How you doing today? It is fall, autumn, Scorpio season. Happy birthday, by the way. Shout out to Isis. Her birthday is today. Peace, Christelle. And peace and blessings. Matter of fact, we're going to kind of start a little bit early today. We got a lot to talk about. But we always start with a couple of things. What are you smoking on? Personally, I'm on some HFC Afghani. I think that's what it's called. Something Afghani with some letters before it. From Wave in Greenbelt, Maryland. Very nice, cool, calm, relaxing, spongy, soft, good stuff. How about you, Christelle? What are you smoking on? Oh no, that's good. That's what's up. Don't make a difference. It is all to the Jesus. Lizard Queen, peace. What you smoking on, Lizard Queen? Another thing I want to do as well is give a shout out. My man, peace and blessings. Let's first give a shout out to CVW. Ooh, I'm looking all snobby, pardon me. CVWTs. They make the merch that we enjoy. So I'm wearing another CVWT exclusive. Check them out. Peace Natural Beauty. Also, check this out right here. This is a company that I saw. What's up, Sharon? Peace, 520. This is a company that I went to Amsterdam for the Cannabis Cup. What a waste. It wasn't a waste, but didn't turn out what I liked it to be. But anyway, and I got this stuff called Indica Dominant. That's what's up, Lizard Queen. What y'all smoking on over there, 520 Podcast? It's called Bear Coconut. They're out of Canada, but this is a very good lip balm. It's infused. Keep your lips moist and shiny in the winter. And that was a free plug. Yeah, check it out though. They're on Instagram too, but I got them when I went to Amsterdam 2 years ago. All right, guys, I'm gonna get started kind of early today. Count our blessings. Just count some blessings. Shout out Alien OG. That's what's up. Alien OG. Say nah. Anything that you gotta, you just want to shout out some blessings that happened to you this week, last week, this year, last year, right now. We woke up. We can move our fingers and toes, all of us, I'm assuming. So, shout that out. God is the greatest, yes indeed. Indeed. That's not what I wanted to play. That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Day 12, page 12, starts with familia. La familia. Makes me happy. As a team, we are inseparable. I am brilliant as well as resilient, perfect in all ways. Life is a journal. Pre and post in there is. Yes, indeed. Tyler Ray. I'm going to shout her out as well. The net escapes until yang makes yang. Lest ye forget 1 John 4:20, mystically relevant. Let's give some prayers to Tyler. Tyler Therapy, her brother was in a motorcycle. I think he was hit by a motorcycle. And so let's give some shouts and prayers out to her and the 420 Fellowship family. Family, right? That's what we're talking about today. And that's her family. So that's all of us are family. So let's give some peace. I think she said he's not in intensive care, but she can't see him during COVID. So, let's keep it in perspective, guys. So family is what it's all about. The relevance and significance of this meeting today that we're having is not funny, peculiar, but my family just came back. My wife is from Sao Tome and Angola, and my wife, my son, and my mother-in-law all were gone for about 23 days. So I'm happy. Family makes me happy. As a team, we are inseparable. Knowing and loving my wife's culture and how in their culture they put a premium on family bonds more than anything else. Family is the most important thing in an African-centered family. And people in Africa, most families in Africa, it's a family affair there. So my son got to experience that. Now, I had no idea what my family would resemble when I wrote this journal entry. Yet its relevance today is more extraordinary personal for me. My son got to experience the essence of family bonding without the confusion and dysfunction of American family dystopia, the reality of what that is. He got to experience how a bonded family is, inseparable, unbreakable, unmovable, based on love, culture, tradition, respect, inseparable. So that is so relevant for me personally, but just in general, family is what we here for. I'm brilliant as well as resilient. Being strong, smart, alone does not cut it. Perseverance, endurance, resilience. Faith is how you win. Okay? That's what's going to pull you through. Now, I put up some verses about endurance. The ones whose endures, Matthew 24:13, say, but Hebrews 10:36 says, for you have need of endurance, so that when you do the will of God, you may receive what is promised. And I told my wife before, and I tell her all the time, that she is my providence. I was given some instructions by God. I followed them. And my family and my wife and those blessings that God promised me before I did anything, I had to follow these instructions that were given to me. And you can go back to episode 1 and 2, and it tells you all the instructions that I've been following for the last 15 years. But it brought me to this point. The perfect will of God. So when you do the will of God, believe me, you get God's promise. Life is a journal. We all have. We all have a born, written date, and an expiration date. You will need to figure that out. That's where the journal is. That's where it comes in. We all have our own best and worst self. We all need to learn to journal. And you will learn to write, reflect, change, inspire the story of the way you see fit. From self-evaluation, self-reflection, you will literally change the paradigm of your life by journaling, writing things down. Most therapists recommend writing and being honest with yourself in order to get better. So, pre-life, before you got here, peace, my dog, your spirit existed. In the womb, you were in a place before you got here. That's the is, the ether. Past the physical, there is the is, the dark matter, your essence, your energy, your spirit. Before your life here and after, there's is. Yang is the male principle of the universe, characterized as male and creative and associated with heaven, heat, and light. Yin is the female, or moon, which represents darkness, femininity, passivity, and earth. But balance is the key. Gave my daughter that truth. That's what's up. Balance is the key. So when yang makes yin, when you perfect yourself by understanding your feminine and masculine, and you use those both, and we create those both, that's when you get that. Those are the keys of life. lest ye forget 1 John 4:20. Now, that's a very important one because a lot of people think, peace Ashley, that 420 when the 420 on this book is speaking about the great cannabis plant, saccharin, but it's actually to trick you to get to this verse, and it's 1 John 4:20. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen. You cannot be of God with hate, period. Now Psalms 82:6 says that we are all sons and daughters of God, which makes us all siblings, all of us. Ergo, you can't love and hate. You and your godly brethren, it doesn't go together. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. That's God's way. Brothers and sisters, mystically relevant, we are family, all of us. So, as we balance each other out, as we make each other happy, as a team, we are inseparable. Now, when we get to that point of understanding, I believe we'll be in a better place. What say you? All right. With that being said, I'm looking for, there we go. How can I bring you guys in? I'm trying to find my guest, 520 Aftermath. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can find them. Bring them in. Peace. Thank you. I'm looking for the I don't know if they're even still here. Are they here? Okay, here we go. Go live.
Woo! It's chilly out here, guys. I'm looking for a new location. Hey!
Hi, good morning.
Peace. How's it going? Let me get my notes together. How you guys doing?
We're blessed,
Good,
brother. How you doing?
thank you.
Blessed indeed. Thank you. All right. So we're here today with the 520 Aftermath podcast. I'm cold, y'all. I'm not in San Diego. It was like 80 degrees yesterday, and it's 50 today,
Yeah.
so it
Oh,
changed.
wow.
Yeah. So, why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm SmokeDawg. This is Loopy's Gold.
Lippy's Gold.
I'm Dirty Dave. What's that?
We 520 together. We're a family.
All right, now. That's what's up. And I heard there was another guy. I've been listening to a bunch of your podcasts, and there was another guy who is a chef, and
That would be our son.
Yes.
That's the Roman gnome. That's our son.
Okay, oh, that's your son.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, that's what's up. So you guys moved from Tennessee, correct?
Yes, sir.
So just give me your story, man. Like what made you guys what got you guys started? What made you start this podcast? Tell us a little background about yourselves.
Well, when we moved out here, it was initially, we was in the management. My wife and I managing different properties. And we were given an opportunity out here, so we took it. And the climate's a lot better for my wife. She has lupus, if you've heard anything about her story at all, guys. So the climate's better for her, the humidity's better. So, and that's also what got us into the cannabis industry out here, is seeing what he'd done for my wife. And during the pandemic, being shut down, we're just hanging out around the grill, having some beer one day, cooking out, and jokingly brought up something like the 520 podcast, and it grew from there. So we just kind of ran with it, and we've been blessed to have good contacts, good people such as yourself, and a lot of other good people in our life to help us do what we're doing.
So how long ago did you guys start it? Like when did you guys actually start the first? When was your first episode?
July.
Our first episode was in July.
Okay. And so when did you have that idea? Like, is that in June? Like,
Honestly, probably about a week or two before we actually tried to do it.
Well, we'd actually talked about it we actually talked about it a couple of years ago, and the opportunity never really presented itself to do it and that kind of thing, and we just kind of tossed it back on the back burner. It was on our list of things to do, and then we was talking about it, and we was just like, well, let's do it. There's nothing else to do. The pandemic shut everything down, so let's go for it.
That's what's up. Now, Dirty Dave, I was listening to some of the podcasts as well, and it seemed like you came a little bit later to San Diego than they did, right? Like you didn't come initially at the same time.
No, sir.
Are you from Tennessee, from the same place?
Oh, yeah, one love, man. One love, Tennessee. One love, you know this.
You guys from the same area in Tennessee? Y'all knew?
Dirty Dave and Lucas Gold went to the same high school together at the same time.
Okay.
Right, Tennessee.
So y'all been lifelong friends.
Yes.
That's what's up. And so when did you come out? When did you get to what precipitated your move to San Diego as well?
Me and my brother, we ran together for over 30 years, you know, so him being out here with us kind of balanced everything. We put the crew back together, and
He actually arrived on your birthday.
he arrived, February the 1st is my birthday. He arrived, February the 1st will be a year ago.
Okay.
Don't know if I arrived or not, but I got here.
Well, he got here anyway. We don't know about the arrival part.
That's what's up. Now I know that you guys are advocates, and you've all had really, I would say, medical miracles from switching from big pharma prescribed drugs to medical marijuana and understanding what different strains and different medical marijuana was done. Can you all kind of just break down like what happened? I know with your wife had lupus, and can you just break down some of the things that happened with her and how you got her, how she got to medical marijuana, medical cannabis? I'm trying to get marijuana out of my vocabulary.
Before we moved out here, we were in Tennessee, and being Tennessee is a very illegal state to have any form of cannabis of any kind. But watching my wife suffer, you know, as a husband and loving my wife, I've done what I had to do when I had to do it, taking that risk, you know. But when we got moved out here, that's what opened her eyes to really the medicinal side of what we was actually doing. And she could take it further for you about what we do because of her background in education.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was first diagnosed 30 years ago with lupus, I was in the medical field and a medical lab technician, and my specialty was chemistry. So when I was taking the big pharma meds, I realized over 5 years ago now that not the disease itself wasn't killing me, but the medications was. Because I was taking one for this and, you know, I have to take something else because it kind of reacted that and, you know, this and that. So, you know, at one point it was 22 pills a day, you know, total. So I just couldn't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. So I decided to put my chemistry knowledge to use, and I went to THC University and studied strain development. And so I kind of took the medication that I was taking that I knew that I had to use to, you know, kind of put my lupus in remission, which it never did until I stopped taking the medication, actually. But I dissected the medication and put my chemistry to use, used in the, you know, different formulas and stuff like that. And I was just like, I've got to take the medication and extract it and find a strain that would help my situation. And that's exactly what I've done. So just, you know, upon trying to use different strains and finally got the combination that I needed, and along with CBD and, you know, cannabis saved my life basically. So
I watched my wife come back to life.
Yeah.
I remember hearing you say it on one of the podcasts, is that you said it was literally, you were watching her die, and you were already a cannabis advocate before she started.
Yes.
Yes.
And
yes.
and then you kind of
I've been in and around cannabis of some form from a very young age. Mm-hmm. But the more since living on the West Coast and being more involved in the medicinal side of it and being more educated in it now, it's just it works wonders in many different ways.
You also had a infection and almost died. You were in a coma
Yes,
for
sir.
14 days. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, sir. I'm a licensed security officer in the state of California, and I was sick already, and I took an assignment. Upon that assignment, and it being wet outside, it seems to have put an infection in my lungs, unknowingly to myself. I remember leaving that assignment that night, going home. I knew I was really sick, but I didn't realize how sick. I remember going in and talking to her for a few minutes, and that was it, lights out for me. Now, that was on New Year's Eve. She took me to the hospital on January the 5th.
Mm.
Within 15 minutes of being taken into the emergency room, they had me in ICU on a ventilator in a coma with a 5% chance of living to leave the hospital.
That was this year?
That
No,
was
that
that
was
was almost 6 years ago.
6 years
Okay,
ago.
okay.
At the
Wow.
same time, at the same time that I was going to TH University and doing the dissecting of the medication
Mhm.
was when he was going through all of this and, you know, stuff. So when he came home from the hospital, we was afraid, you know, for him to smoke and that kind of thing because of the
The
lungs,
lungs
and
and
stuff.
the issue.
So that's when we, you know, started discovering the edibles and, you know, that kind
And
of thing.
vaporizing
Yes.
of the flower.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not oil, vaporizing flower.
Gotcha. With
Which
the dry flower, the dry flower vape.
dry flower.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
And
So that,
now, Dave, you also are an advocate for the medical cannabis as well. You had some. Can you tell us about what the medicinal part as well for you? On what happened? I didn't hear everything about it, but I would like to, you know, hear your story.
Well,
Oh,
how
real
you
quick
doing?
before you get started, I meant to ask you guys what y'all smoke. I see y'all passing the doobie around. What y'all smoking on over there?
indica.
Okay, is this
Got a little bit. Got a little bit of blueberry muffin. Got a little bit of train wreck.
okay? Is this Lupe's Gold?
Yes.
All right, that's what's up. But yeah, so
Yeah, of course.
all right, so go ahead, Dave. Let's get a little bit of your story, man. From the medicinal standpoint.
When I first started using that as recreational, I got in a little bit of trouble. Never been in trouble the first time. They locked me up for like 15 of an 18-year sentence, you know what I mean? And did all that time they come out and they just sit you out in the middle of the world and don't give you nothing, you know what I'm saying? They just sit you out. You go from being like on a time shift.
You're still institutionalized. They keep you in the
Public,
street.
you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's a shock. But they ain't gonna give you nothing to calm that shock. You just gotta jump into it and deal with it. People say you can jump in and deal with it straight out of prison, they tell a lie. You can have something to get up to speed in the motion of life. You know what I'm saying? This right here, and just God's blessed me with these people, man.
That's what's up, man. So
I
you
a
got
whole lot,
you had to do 15 years
yeah.
for cannabis.
No, it was for cocaine, but you know what I'm saying? It was my first ever charge, you know,
Yeah.
in trouble, on probation. You know, and they just
Never been in trouble
threw me in there and locked the key, you know.
for a gram and a half.
Yeah,
Damn. Hey, man. But you are blessed right now. You out here with the family.
That's my brother, man. That's my brother right
Thank you,
there.
man.
That's what's up. So how long have you guys been married?
Uh-oh.
Not you two, the other two.
We've been together 30, but we've been married 27 years.
27 years.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful, man.
Thank
So
you, sir.
she holds you down, huh?
She's everything. She's my whole world, my anchor, everything. Yes,
That's
sir.
beautiful, man. I tell you, I've been listening to you guys' show. I've been just binging, and it's so informative. You know, you've had so many wonderful guests, and what you're
Yes, sir.
doing is teaching, but it's also a good time. You know.
It is. We try to have fun with it, but at the same time, we like to say we educate and elevate.
Yeah.
What?
Just like the Canna-
Go ahead.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Just like the Canna Moms. You know, we're trying to help break the stigma of cannabis and pregnancy.
You know,
You know, just different things like that people just kind
we
of
take on topics that other
avoid,
people try
you
to
know.
dodge. You know, because we don't mind, getting into it, and we want to know how people feel, what they feel about it, what they got to say about it.
Right. Now,
A lot of
also,
people-
I also saw that you said that at one point, SmokeDawg, you was a bad hombre. I'm
you
thinking in the
know,
security business, you had to have a few ruckus. You had to have a few
well, you
mix-ups.
know, I was blessed with a great family growing up, a great mom and dad. They're both still alive. I'm blessed to still have them. But you know, after getting grown and moving out, I went my way for a while. I rode with a bunch of different bikers, and I've had some fun and I've had some scrapes. But I'm blessed to still be here. For some reason, God still wants me here. I guess I've got a purpose still. But yeah, you know, I'm glad to have all that behind me. I'm glad to be where I'm at now and reaching out, trying to help people and different veterans. And we have friends around the world on the East Coast and places that have different ailments that we actually, you know, if you can't afford medication with us, CBD, whatever it may be, wherever you're at, we donate a lot of what we do. It's
Mhm.
not about making money to us as much as it is showing people a healthier way to medicate and take care of your pain and ailments without big pharma.
And I've also heard you talk about on the show with you guys told me to listen to the show with the lady who stops boycott shitty weed. I can't remember her
Yes,
name right now.
Joanne.
Right, but I did
Joanne.
hit
Joanne.
Joanne. That's it. And you talked. They do the walk and talk with veterans, but I remember hearing you talk about trying to just guide some of your friends away from big pharma medicine, and some have you've helped because they kind of listened,
We
and
have
then
had some success, yes.
there was the ones who didn't, and they still kind of still having a
They
rough
still
time.
kind of they still take their opioids, you know, their little pills, but and then they want to smoke at the same time, which it negates everything we're
Right.
about. We're
Right.
not about anything with big pharma. You doing that, we're trying to show you a different way, a healthier way.
Yeah, and because I've proven there's a strain for everything. You just have to find it and you have to discover it.
Yes, sir.
You need to take your medication and dissect it and find out what it is, and then find that strain that
And by no means are we doctors, any
no,
of
no,
us.
no.
We
But
just do what we feel is best for us,
Right.
and we pass that
Research.
knowledge along.
research.
The
That's
research.
that's what we do, and we'd be very happy to help anyone be able to do
Yeah.
that, because in order to help people have healthy lives, I just feel, because with me with lupus, I have brain fog anyway, and the medication just made it 10 times worse.
Hmm.
And when he came out of the hospital, they had him on so many medications, it was not even.
They had
it
me
was
on a
crazy.
Xanax, they had me on Seroquel and a sleep tranquilizer, taking all three of them at bedtime.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
It was driving me insane, and I still wasn't sleeping.
Mm.
So
But
we finally found a mixture, a combination for him, and along with his tincture that he has,
Yeah.
it does amazing.
I make
no
my
big
I make
pharma.
my own tincture here at home
Mhm.
because I'm a third generation moonshiner.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm not having the knowledge, from my home and my roots.
Mhm.
And I took it a step further and I infused it and made me a tincture that I actually take under the tongue, and it's amazing.
That knock
I
out a
mean,
horse.
no,
No, no, no, no,
it's
not
not
that. No,
real.
no. She was talking about the combination that they
Oh,
gave you. The yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
She was saying
yeah.
that would
They
knock out
stopped
a
putting
horse.
me
What they
down,
gave
bro.
you. Yeah,
They was putting me down, bro.
Yeah.
And it was killing my liver really fast. The medication
yeah.
they had me.
That's another
And
big thing with those opioids and what they do. I heard the constipation and what they do to your livers.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing that I was thinking about this the other day about. I thought about this a long time ago about how America, a state is a state of mind, right? So
this.
whatever state you live in, literally, it's a state of mind. So if you're in a Tennessee moonshine kind of state of mind, that's how it is. But if you're in the California free thinking cannabis kind of mind, that's how it is. And everything kind of revolves around that, right? And
Yes,
Yes.
so,
sir.
you're able to be free, you're able to discover, you're able to if you're stuck in a state where they're clamping down on medicine
Right.
Yeah.
and they only give you one option for medicine, and your only option is to kill yourself or to
Yeah.
just be alive in pain and in misery and having suicidal thoughts, all these things that go along with this and this opioid crisis, which is the byproduct of it.
Yes.
It's what kind of country are we if we can't get our states together? Like,
Right. There you
you know
go.
what I mean?
There you go.
It's
It's really sad. It's really sad. When we went on vacation in July, you know, by the time we got back, we was there for a week. By the time that we got back, we was just, you know, almost sick
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we was not able to, you know,
Or
get
take
the
the way we
medication
normally do daily.
and
Right.
you know, like we normally would, and it really affected us, and it took us a while to get back, you know, to, you know, feel our normal selves again, because it you know, it was crazy.
I mean, you have
So
to,
it's
you
really
have, you
sad.
have to be
It's
so
really sad.
careful, you know, when you're in states like that.
Yeah.
And it takes away from the effects of the medicine helping you, because you're always on guard.
I was, you know, it was a trip. I was listening to you guys. I had the same experience before. When they legalized cannabis here in DC, they had this festival here, and I'm walking around, and I'm like, you know, I'm seeing people smoke, but I'm like, all right, what's, you know, it's cops. Like, what you guys doing, you know? And so I had that same kind of culture shock thing where I was like, what y'all doing, man? Like, don't y'all see this?
We took him to a cannabis cup event in San Bernardino, and everybody's walking around smoking. There's police everywhere. We're walking down the thoroughfare. I'm trying to pass him a joint. These two
He's
cops
like, no,
walking
no,
at us.
no,
He's
no.
like, man, put that down, put that down. Man. I'm like, dude, smoke it.
I want it.
I'm telling you, man.
And you know what? What is so sad? That the doctors there, you know, they won't even give cannabis as an option.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's, and even CBD, because you know they even make it sound like, you know, CBD is
Right.
something that you
It's
don't
dope.
need to
It's
be
dope.
doing.
That's what they
Yeah.
call it. They
Well,
call
you
it
know,
dope.
FDA still says CBD is allegedly still not good for consumption or anything,
Right.
Really?
according to FDA.
Wow.
Because FDA's tied to Big Pharma. They're not going
Right.
to give it any break.
Right.
You know?
And
So we'll keep going on fighting the fight, bro.
yeah, man. This is you know, now what you do also, there's a farm. Can you tell me the name of the farm that you guys are on, and how you work? Give me some of the information about that.
It's 151 Farms. We're open to many things. We do a lot of vegetable farming, CBD, medicinal. We help the homeless. You know, we do a lot of different things here to reach out to the community. It's
The way we grow is very unique,
yeah.
actually.
The way we grow your vegetables. Oh, well,
I'm
somebody
good.
killing him something. Yeah, but the way we grow, here is actually unique. We're completely soilless. We use no soil. Everything we
Okay.
do is rock and water through an aquaponics.
Mm-hmm.
It's a closed loop system. It
Mhm.
recycles through our koi fish tanks. We have
Okay.
koi, we have tilapia, we have bass, bluegill. That's what, and that makes everything totally chemical free and organic, because with it being a closed loop system, we
Mhm.
can't have any chemicals getting back to our fish or kill them.
Got you.
So that proves we're chemical free and totally organic.
Got you. And what is it? How much are you? Who are you guys servicing? Like, is it the community at large? Is it
We don't do anything with dispensaries or anything like that.
Okay.
We're a very small farm. Most everybody that lives here uses the medicine pretty much for themselves, and we use it to educate them all the way.
Got you. And how long?
Development and research.
Yes, development research for us here.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been here almost a year. When I came, it was just smoking, you know what I'm saying? That's all I knew. But I knew that it was working for me, because I ain't uptight. I ain't trying to just feel like I just want to tear somebody's head off. And as a you know, living here, they teaching me things. These two right here, they some smart man.
She's a smart one, man.
I thought it was just smoking.
you just along for the ride.
I was riding on her.
I thought it was just smoking, you know what I'm saying? But they teaching me that, or have taught me that it's more than that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's more than just, it's just more than recreational. There's people that need this, you know what I'm saying?
The way I see it, it grows from Mother Earth.
Mhm.
It's not in a lab being made by man like meth and everything else on the streets that's killing our youth and everything, you know?
Mhm.
This, to me, with it growing from the earth, this was put here for us to use for that. And
And
many other things.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And in the Bible, Genesis 1:29 says, every green herb and plant and seed shall be yours for food. So,
Yeah.
Want to.
There you go.
Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's there. It was written. So I'm
Oh,
not,
yes, sir.
you know.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, now, I wanted to ask you a question as well, because I remember hearing something about you having a memory or only a faint memory while you were in the coma.
Yeah.
Did you say, I don't know if, is that, can you talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah. People ask me when I came home, could you hear her talking to you? Do you have any memories of what was it like? Did you go toward the light?
Hmm.
The only memory that I replay over and over, and believe me, you don't even try to think about it daily, but I catch myself daily still trying to remember things. Because I've got 17 days of no memory at all in my life. So the only memory I can actually remember being in the coma, it's like I was falling through an elevator shaft, like an open pit.
Hmm.
And every now and then, like an elevator, you'd pass a platform and it looked like a light on with someone standing there, a silhouette of someone. And I'm screaming for help, but I can't get anybody's attention. I'm just falling. And that's the only memory that I replay daily in my head that I remember about the moment.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. I still get
So
cold, too.
let me ask you now. So when you came to, right?
Yeah.
Did you have any kind of like, oh, I'm back, or was it like a groggy
No,
kind of thing?
I would have to go with groggy because when I first woke up, I didn't really know who I was. I didn't know my wife. There was one person that was real close to me in Florida. I call him my uncle. His name's Charlie Clyde. He's the only person I can remember when I woke up, and I'm asking where my uncle is, And I'm thinking we're supposed to be on the beach. Everything was a fog.
Mm.
It took me. It took a while to get grounded again.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of days,
Yeah,
actually.
a couple of days at least.
Did
Just
you?
after getting a little bit of senses about me, didn't realize how bad the nerve damage was and what I'd been affected with. I couldn't use my right arm at all, and I'm dominantly right-handed.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of things I had to learn how to do again,
Mm-hmm.
and I still have issues walking, but I'm still walking.
Mm-hmm. And that's when they zapped you with the overflow of the drugs, right? After.
That the overflow of the drugs came with another health situation when I was in Tennessee.
Oh, okay,
That's
that was the lung. Was that the lung infection? Well, that was the same thing,
no,
was it?
no, that was another thing. That
Okay.
was
Okay.
another health issue years
Okay.
ago. They actually OD'd me on morphine in ICU. Yeah, they like to kill me.
He messed up with it.
So I have issues with hospitals and doctors. I always have.
Mm-hmm.
And going through what I went through with this coma, I didn't realize that the PTSD that it caused for me with medical facilities until I had to go back to one not too long ago for a test. And they literally had to medicate me because I was shaking so bad just walking in the place.
Mm.
I have issues severely after that ordeal.
The experience in general.
Yeah, the whole experience. Yeah. And like I say, it's a struggle daily not to think about it, but you
Yeah.
can't help but try to figure some things out. That's
Yeah.
a long time not to remember anything.
Yeah, man. God bless you, man. I know that as far as with your wife's chemistry background and just what you've done, what have been some of the different strains for, because like you said, you all three have different
Yes. Yeah.
different needs. And
Different medical reasons for using this.
so do you have different strains? Each of you have a favorite or different strain that you prefer?
Well,
Yes.
I don't do anything except for the strongest strain of indica that I can find, which helps with my sleep. It helps with nightmares. It helps with the PTSD. I use a lot of strong indica.
Okay.
So,
Cushes?
yeah, Cushes, OGs, but I like my Kush.
You know what's trip? I've been trying. I'm a sativa guy, right? And I tried some Cushes about a week or so ago, and I was like, I see why people like them, but it's like whiskey and versus gin or something. You know what I mean? It's like
Whiskey versus watered down beer.
Right.
yeah, it's just a horrible, man. Like I was like, damn, I get it. I see why people love them, but
Yeah.
Y'all can have it.
Well, I have constant pain in my legs since the coma with the nerve damage. When she
Yeah.
actually got me to the hospital, I had like 28% oxygen coming into my body. I was blue head to toe.
Mm.
I was basically dead.
Mm-hmm.
He went from okay talking to me to turning blue, and having to literally carry him. I had one of my front desk staff had to literally
Physically carry me and
carry
put me in a
him
car.
and put him in the car, and I took him to the ER, and that's when it started. The nightmare started.
Yeah, the nightmare
So
started.
yeah,
Oh wow, man.
I didn't even have time to think about what was happening.
Because he was just
No.
turning blue already.
Yeah,
When you
Yeah,
saw,
they
wow.
were already, yeah, they were already advising my wife
Yeah.
to contact family for funeral arrangements.
yeah, it was bad. So and all I could do, just keep the faith and pray, and I was on Facebook and I was giving people updates, and there was so many people praying for him. And,
I'm really
God
blessed to have the
did.
friends and family around the world to show the love they show.
Yes, and I mean, for 3 days he didn't do anything. He didn't show. He didn't get worse. He didn't get better. He just laid there, didn't do anything at all.
Mm.
And then they started doing what they call a lung wash, and they flipped him over, and then
They have an traction bed upside down.
yeah, they gave him 3 They zapped him with 3 very strong antibiotics at one time, and it went straight into the lung with the PICU line, and then the next day he started showing little signs of improvement.
You said it makes you blind?
No, within the next, they did, it was a PIC
PIC
line.
line.
Pig
PIC
line.
line
It's a
that
pig
went
line with
into-
IV going right into my lung.
Went right into the lung to get the medication
Straight
straight
feed.
into them.
Gotcha, okay.
And so the next day after that, he started showing little sign of improvement. And then within 48 hours, it was like you flipped a switch, and he started showing improvement.
They
And
started
then-
weaning me out the ventilator.
Yeah, and then it was a progress of a total of 13 days. Because when they would start taking him off the ventilator, his lung was shut down again. And it was just that, every day it was like something different and something going on. And
When I went to hospital, I had worked out 6 days a week training for a competition. I was ripped with about 9% body fat. I mean, I was ready for competition. 17 days in that hospital. What took a year and a half to build was gone in 17 days, and it hurt so bad now to work out. I barely can lift.
Yeah, he lost so much weight, like 35 pounds.
I come out of the hospital weighing about 160 pounds.
I know for you as his wife, that had to be terrifying.
That's it.
I'm very blessed to have the lady I have in my life.
I didn't even have time to think about it. I was just like, no, you're going to save my husband. There's no questions. Sign the paper. Do what you got to do. I don't care. As long as he has brain function, and I know, he's going to be okay. And they was like, well, that's just the thing. We don't know how long he's been, under 50%.
They didn't know if I was got brain damage or what,
that kind of thing. And so when he started waking up and he didn't know who anyone was, we was just like, uh-oh, here we go. But progressively he started,
It took about 2 days to realize who my wife was.
Yeah. And so
Wow.
it was just like, he was not only, fighting the infection, but coming off the medications that they had used to put him under.
Actually, the medication they put me under with
was the Michael Jackson drug.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what they used to put me in the coma.
Yeah. Very scary situation.
They induced you. They induced you into the coma.
They had to. I would have died.
Yeah, they had to. They're medically induced. Yeah.
Okay.
They had to get the medication.
I was fighting the doctors. I was fighting the nurses. I was ripping IVs out.
That's a true queen right there. That's a true queen.
Hey man, let me put that back up.
Hey,
as a team, we are inseparable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's real talk, man.
I've got a really good team around me.
Right.
I listen.
He stood beside me too, because with my lupus, when I was on the big pharma meds, when I was first diagnosed and that kind of thing, there was some days that I couldn't even lift my head off the pillow because I would be in so much pain. So kudos to him, my king, for always being by me also.
All three of y'all, man. I mean, the three of you. I hear you talk about family, but I feel it. You know what I mean? And I see it, and it's a beautiful. It's beautiful. Like I said, listening to the podcast, the camaraderie, the love, the spirit is so beautiful, you know.
All we do is be us. You know?
Yeah,
All we do is
man.
be us.
It's funny, it's informative. When do you guys broadcast? Like, do you just put them out, or do you have do you go live
Well,
at a certain day?
Actually, starting this week, we're going to be having an actual film crew, production crew.
in
So,
studio.
and we'll have to be in an actual studio. So we're about to up the game a little bit. With
Yeah,
my
Joanne
attorney.
from Boycott
Joanne
Shitty
from
Weed
Boycott Shitty Weed setting us
is
up.
helping
So.
us with that. Yes, so
That's
we're
what's
excited
up.
about that.
Yeah, man,
So,
y'all gotta. I need to get your guests. I want I want all of your guests because and not just because I mean just in general, the information needs to get put out. You know what I mean? It's like I said, everything that I heard, listening to her story, what happened with her, getting blown back by that
yes.
Yeah,
on that carrier,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
going through what she went through. You know what I mean? And I was thinking about that as well. You know, when she talked
And
about.
since that interview we had with her, she has become an author.
Yeah,
She has a
book.
book, The Cannapreneur. So yeah, you
Yeah,
need
everybody
to check
look it
that
up,
out.
man.
Yeah, it's really good.
What's her name again? Let's put her name in the comments.
Jay.
Joe, it's Boycott Shitty Weed. Anybody can remember
There
that.
you go. There you go. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, Boycott
You'll
Shitty
find
Weed.
her full.
Don't do it.
Yeah, we love Joanne. She's really been a big part of what we do. She's really been encouragement and support for what we're doing.
That's dope. And you guys do a lot of work with veterans as well, right? Are you a veteran?
No, sir, I was never a veteran.
My dad was.
His
Okay.
dad was a veteran. I have several uncles and cousins that were vets, or are vets.
That's what's up.
So we're very big at supporting, especially the homeless vets.
Yeah, and I mean, just in general, I think that I told you guys I work with veterans as well, and I know about one or two of them who use cannabis. One of them is kind of open with it, and another one hides it. But it's a federal place, so they can't even get access to it. They've asked, like this guy's asked, like we want access.
See, that's one thing we would like to help fight and get that changed.
Yes, definitely.
I think the cannabis laws should be inside the VAs. It should be allowed for our vets. It should be part of the protocol.
Yes.
Exactly.
I know I've got friends that are vets that are microdosing on mushrooms to deal with their PTSD, and it's working amazingly.
Oh yes, very much so.
Yeah, man. It's the advocacy has to change. The laws have to change. They're changing, but that's the slow wheels of government.
We got to get it changed on that federal level, though. We
Right.
got to get it changed there.
Now, what was it?
And as
Wasn't
long
there
as
a
it's
bill that was
federal-
just supposed to be voted on that was pushed back? I
Yes,
forgot the
pushed
MORE
back.
Act, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But they didn't vote on it, right?
So,
It's been tabled once again.
Wow.
See, we got to get a farmer. We got to get advocates inside these seats of political buildings. We got to get some of these people out that's against us and get some of our people that understand this in there.
Right. To
I mean,
change
we gotta
the
move up to
laws.
the next level. Yeah, we got to. If we're ever going to change it, we got to.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And I'm all about it. I'll help any way I can. Because as long as I'm alive, I'm fighting the fight.
That's dope, man. You guys are, like I said, doing a great job. Dave, give me a little bit more about you, man. How are you enjoying San Diego versus?
Me?
Yeah, you. Yeah, guy on the couch.
You told me I was going to do I'm blessed.
I mean, how's the transition been for you? I mean, like I know you guys. I heard you guys talking about that going from a small town to a big city kind of thing. How's that been? The culture.
From 2-lane dirt roads to 6-lane wide highways. What?
Is it in the car? Let me say, like, is it in the car on the sidewalk? Because I'm scared to death at first. I'm scared to death.
It's a big change.
They kept saying, "Dave, be okay. You okay, Dave? You okay?" What was that police? Here, take that. It's charged. It was kind of hard to get used to, but I had a great team. We had a great team, man. We fuss, fight, we come back together, chill each other, we love each other for the night. So
Hey man, I want to ask you. I know what I've been meaning to ask you. I'm glad we got to this point though. Tell me about what just happened in Vegas. Now you guys just came back from Vegas, right? So what happened in Vegas? Stay in Vegas. I need to know what's going on.
We had a great time in Vegas. Vegas was really good to 520 Aftermath and Loopy's Gold. we was actually there because Loopy's Gold was a vendor and representative at Stoner Rod's birthday party in Vegas. It was off the chain. We had a great time, met a lot of good people. And since then, Loopy's Gold at 520's they've been invited back for a couple of times in November and December.
Oh, to compete?
Well, it's really not a competition. It's more like, vending
It's
for
a
different
sesh.
things. It's a
Kind of like a
sesh.
sesh
Like
Gotcha.
a private sesh.
Yeah.
Got you.
We used to try to fly into one of those and hang out with them.
Yeah, man.
they're-
Hey, when's the next one?
They're really fun.
Actually,
They're
the
really
next
fun.
one we'll be at is December the 19th.
Hey, man, that sounds like wait a minute, I might.
No,
It's a-
Christmas in Vegas, you ain't got to hang no lights. Throw
Hey,
it
man,
there,
hey,
bro.
that sounds like a plan over there. I haven't been anywhere.
It's a masquerade. It's a masquerade.
It's a masquerade ball, too. You'll like it.
Okay.
Party. Yeah.
Well, all right, that sounds good. That's gonna be December 19th.
December
Yes.
19th, yes, sir.
All right, in Vegas, y'all. Are you broadcasting?
We're hoping
Yeah,
to broadcast
we're
live
going
from
to
there.
that
Yeah.
time.
Come
yeah.
on in, we're there with you. Come on.
Yeah, we
That's
didn't
what's
this past time
Hey, man.
because we want it was our
We
first time in
were
Vegas.
feeling,
And,
none of us have been to Vegas before this
Yeah,
time, so
so-
we were kind of filling everything out.
yeah, so we didn't tape anything. We didn't do anything like that. So but
Some
next
of
time-
it y'all people see it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, we love Vegas. It was great. The weather was great. The people's really nice in Vegas.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
nice, really nice.
Yeah, they welcomed us in. They treated us like rock
And the
stars.
cannabis laws is amazing. They're totally
Mm.
different than California.
And if
so-
you go to Vegas, y'all check out Planet 13 Dispensary. It's off the
oh
chain.
yes, it was great.
Okay.
It's got a restaurant, everything inside this thing.
What is the difference between Vegas and as far as laws and the culture in Vegas and California? Is it?
Well, as far as California, I can only speak for San Diego where we're at, and the laws here suck. You know, honestly, Prop 64 messed up the whole game.
Yeah, messed everything
Mhm.
up for
Prop
us.
64 killed what medicinal was all about.
Okay.
You know?
Because
So
it
we're
made the grower it knocked the smaller growers out. Is that what? I mean, why is it?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get
it's
into
more-
that a little bit, but like my brother just said, a lot of it around San Diego's pay
Pay
to
to
play.
play.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
you. So the
Got the
laws.
money. Got the,
So, but in Vegas, how is that? I mean, as far as like, is it?
Vegas is a lot more laid back. They're a lot more open to it.
Yeah.
They actually show love with it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Denver's kind of like that. Oh, Colorado. I went to Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
We lived in Denver for a while, about 7 blocks from the Mile High Stadium.
Yeah, we managed hotels there, and
Okay.
it was.
Was it legal at the time?
Yes,
It was legal at
Yes.
the time.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a cool vibe in Denver.
It
It's
is.
about the
I don't
same
mind
as
visiting
Vegas,
Denver or
yeah.
Colorado, but I ain't staying long.
Too cold.
No, yeah. I was there.
Yeah, it's a weird place, man. It's weird too, though. It's weird. It's like I don't know. It's weird.
First time in my life I ever had to shovel my car out of snow was in Colorado. I said, if I ever get back to the beach, I ain't coming back.
I hear you, man. I can dig it. It's free.
Washington, D.C.
You get a lot of snow where you're at, though, Cole.
Not too bad. Not really. I mean, we get it. We'll get a year of a lot, and then we'll have 2 years where it doesn't snow at all. So it's like, it's hit or miss. Like I said, yesterday it was 80 degrees, man. Today it's about 50.
Is that what make everybody sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm for freezing out here.
So that's why you need to get one of our hoodies.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
sure, 520
That's what's up.
hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, show us the hoodies, because I'm hey, listen, that's a big thing I'm about, is the merch.
Yeah.
I saw some of the pictures of Vegas. Okay.
Smoke one,
Smoke one, tell one. All right.
And the shirt.
And
How can people get those? Where can we get those?
Y'all contact us on IG, contact Loopy's Gold or any of us on Facebook, IG.
Okay.
Order them up. Order them up, guys.
That's what's up. Hey,
And
man.
if you'll send me an address later for yourself and a size, I've got one coming for you.
That's what's up. And I'm quid pro quo. Vice versa. I got one for you guys too. My man, CBWTs. We're gonna get
All
you
right,
guys
cool.
a thing on send out, and I'm gonna send you guys a copy as well, man, of the book as well, so you can a page a day, a day, a day.
Get a copy of that.
Yeah,
Yes. Awesome.
please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will, man, and we're gonna definitely do that. And listen, man, I'm gonna have to get permission from my wife, but I think I'll be in
Here we go.
You better bring a weed. You better bring a weed.
Vegas. Hey man, that sounds like a plan though. Really, I gotta
It's like a second honeymoon or something.
You hear it? Make it like a second honeymoon for your lady.
You know.
yeah.
See?
She can't. You know, she hates the fact that I'm. That's the only difference between my wife and your wife. My wife hates it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a reason for that? Is there?
I think
is
it's
she had-
cultural. It's cultural. She's from. In her culture, it's like what? It's the same. It's like she might as well be from Tennessee. No, I mean it's just cultural because they just see it as like they look at it as like drugs are cocaine. Everything is cocaine. You know, everything is a big drug.
It's
so.
the gateway. It's the gateway drug.
Everything is dope.
And I respect that.
Everything
So
is
how
dope.
long have you guys been together? Flip it a little bit.
We're on 8 years, 12, 12, 12.
12.
12.
Yep.
Okay.
So 8 years this year.
Wow.
Coming
And
up.
she's not changed. Have you smoked this whole time? Or
Yeah,
no?
but I've had to make many adjustments to accommodate.
He sits in the car. He sits in the car.
You see where I'm outside right now, right?
Man, I love you, dude. You
That's
too.
awesome.
That's what's up, man. But yeah, man. Man. That sounds like a plan. Like I said, I got a crew, man. I got a buddy who's actually he's fighting for a license right now in New Jersey. He's a veteran, minority owned, and he's fighting for a license. And that's another thing too. Big Pharma, now Big Canna. I can't remember the damn name of the company that they blocked the vote because New Jersey was supposed to vote in I think April of last year. They blocked the vote. So now a guy with a little bit of money, all the money he put together, he has to now have to spread his money out for another 7-8 months, and that's what they're doing. They're trying to move up
Welcome
small
to San
players.
Diego.
Welcome to San Diego. Same thing here.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
And so yeah, they get the small players out because you're not gonna be able to keep your business going for
The
that
small
long.
guys keep up with it.
Yeah.
They shut us out.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing that, but we
And
work.
anybody that's in it that's against Big Pharma like we are, they don't like us.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Big Pharma and Big Canna, same damn thing.
Exactly.
How you doing?
There
I
you
just
go.
put a thing up today, man. I know if you look on my page, belief is my tag, my hashtag, and
Right.
goddamn Budweiser just put out a thing called Belief. Budweiser, Belief, some kind of something or the other. But yeah, so it is what it is, man. But we little guys will prevail.
We ain't gonna give up the
I'm
fight,
telling
big dog.
you, never.
That's what's up. Grassroots. That's what's up, man.
See,
Hey, man.
see,
Go ahead.
I love my brother, but today he gonna hurt when Pittsburgh kicked Tennessee in the head.
Today we might have a little,
Family
Let's go have
drama, bro.
We got drama.
but we'll come back together.
We ain't
That's
going
all
that
right.
way.
After the ball game's over, when he get through crying.
Who's Tennessee? Who likes Tennessee? Who likes Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh right here.
Okay. All right, man. That's
Die
what's up.
hard. Die hard.
It's real quick.
That's what's up.
Hey, we'll probably drink and fist fight and love each other the ball game over with.
I'm just glad that both motherfuckers got
Well,
to
you know what though? He gonna be all right because I'm firing the grill up. He liked my barbecue.
All right. That's cool. And your son is the chef, right? Is he coming through?
Yes, he is. But he had to learn that from somebody.
I know. I can dig it.
Oh, damn it.
And now he has great edibles
And top
and topicals.
yeah.
What's his name as well? Shout them out too. Does he have any?
No.
Good Spirits 420.
Okay.
Good Spirits 420.
Good Spirits 420. All right. He said, okay, fuck Dallas. That's what's up. Hey, man, listen, guys. We're running out of time here, man. It's been a beautiful time with you guys. I love you. I'm going to continue following you, listening to you.
Appreciate you.
Everybody else, follow 520. I'm telling you, you guys got to listen to this podcast. You can drive on the way to work, on the way home from work, and just keep it on, man. And everybody else as well, listen.
Virtually high along the way.
That's it. That's it. Smoke one, tell one.
There you go. Much love, big homie. Much love.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Much
you guys. Peace
Thank
and love.
you.
All right. Hey guys, that was beautiful, man. Y'all gotta follow these guys. I'm telling you, they have a great podcast. Also, like I said, man, DJ Philly. He has a great show. CVW Tees, follow them. Get you some merch. They do custom tees. Get you some lip balm. And keep it blessed, man. You are God.